Okay, this is a quick little skill share to make you a bit more productive with the terminal and the browser on Linux, especially if you're doing something like your OSCP and time is of the essence. Um, so I'm going to show you a couple of short keys in a kind of order of sort of similarity or compatibility. Um, just to make you a bit better with the terminal, because I watch some YouTube clips and I see people do things and I'm like, oh, that's not the best way to do that. One example being stepping through like all the text, like, oh, I've made an error, so I better go back like that. It's just a bit, yeah, it's a bit, I don't know, not ideal, and I can make the world a better place. So here I am. All right. So you got your terminal open. Um, the first one is if you want to, like, you've done a command previously, and you're like, oh, what was that command? Like, I did that huge Ferox Buster command. I can't remember it. Um, then if you press Control R, it opens this reverse search, and then you can start looking for stuff. You type what you've been looking for in this session, and because this is a fresh terminal, I don't have a lot. So if I'm like, let's say I say which Python 3, okay, and if say I say let's say Jython, I haven't I haven't done anything. There's no Jython on here, but I've run a command. If I press Control R, and if I start typing pi, it already comes up with that Python 3 command. Um, but I'm going to just come out of that a second. Um, I'm going to search for just, I don't know, like uh, Python 2. Okay, doesn't matter, we don't have it. If I press Control R again, now if I type Python and I so that's the current candidate command, the most recent one, I think, Python 2. It's not the one I was looking for. If I press Control R again, it will say what, or maybe it's this other one, Python 3. If I press Control R again, there isn't anything else. It just, I guess, yeah, that's it. It's failed because there's nothing else it can find. So it's like, well, this is the oldest one I have is Python 3. So Control R is a useful thing to find commands you've run in the past, but within your current terminal session. I think depends on the storage of the history and how that's configured. So when you found the command you're looking for, I think you can press like I always press the right arrow, but you might be able to press other keys. It just loads it into the terminal. So now I've got it there and I can run it again. So Control R is just a really handy way to like look back through the terminal. Then let's say you've got a big command like this, right? It's got bits and pieces on it. This is just gibberish. If you hold Control and then press the left arrow, it steps. I think this is normally with Bash to the sort of spaces, and right, holding Control still will just go to where you want in the command. Just makes your life a bit easier to jump around rather than doing this. It's very painful to watch. So yeah, it just makes you a bit faster. Else you can do, holding Control down on the terminal, is let's say that this half of the command is wrong, or it's got an error, or you just want to delete it. If you hold Control and press K, it will delete everything to the right of the cursor. So everything is right up to there. So Control K is gone. And then if I want to do the same thing but from the left hand side of the cursor, that's Control U, like that. So then I'm just left with the bit I want. That's really handy. Just makes you a lot more fluid when you're using the terminal. Okay, I can't remember if I covered Control L, so I'm just going to quickly do it because this is not the first take of this clip. So, let's just put some data on. Hold Control and L, then it clears the terminal. So I've done that. Then let's say we've got another long command. It's something or other. We've got a command. We can jump around in the command itself, holding Control. We can delete parts of it with K and U. We've covered that. What if we are in the middle of it and we want to go to the right hand end, pardon me, we want to jump to this end. If you press Control and E, it jumps to that end, the right hand end. If you want to go to the beginning, you hold Control and press A, it jumps to the other end. It just makes navigating the terminal a lot easier. So you can start, jumping around, deleting bits, filling them in, jumping around, deleting bits, filling it in, so on and so forth. Just makes you a lot better. Okay, then if you want to kill a window, like I'm not going to do it. In fact, this way I'll do it like this on my local machine, so you can see my tiny font as it is normally. So if I want to kill this window or any window, I can just press Control Shift and W and it kills it. You might know that. If not, that's a useful one. And then browser based ones. So before I go there, this one in the terminal, before I totally move on to the browser, we are in here, we're in Home App Jirapi, right? Let's go to root. So we're in root, we were in Jirapi. If we go CD and then minus sign or dash sign, what that command does is takes us back to where we came from. It's very useful. And so now we're in Jirapi again. And then if I do it again, it's going to take me to, that's right, to the root directory. So that's a very useful one just for navigating around the directories that you're in. So now the browser. So let's kill this. Right, so we're on a website. Doesn't matter where. So if you want to, there's a gorgeous, it's such a useful short key. If you when you're on the browser, if you hold Control and then press L, it goes to the search bar and it highlights the URL for you in its entirety. That's really good because then you can just press Control C to copy it. You can open a new tab with Control T. You can press Control V to paste it in, and then you press enter. So you've done all that without mucking about with a mouse, and all that stuff is really good. If you want to move around tabs, or let's open a couple of more tabs. So you can open a string of tabs, just hold Control, press T as many times as you want tabs. And then if you want to go back in the tabs, you hold Control, Shift, and then Tab keyboard button, and it will go backwards. If you just hold Control and press Tab, it will go forwards. There is a way, I don't know how to do it off the top of my head, but you can basically press a short key with a number and then it will jump to that tab. I can't remember how to do that off the top of my head. I just deleted that, so it wasn't it wasn't what I thought it'd be. So anyway, we're in our browser, we've got some tabs open, we've done moving backwards, moving forwards. So Control T to open new tabs. If you want to close a tab, it's Control W. So that just eats them. If we go back here to that one and we press Control W, it kills it, goes to the next one. If we if we kill the last tab, it will just shut the browser. I'm not going to do that, but if Control W would shut the browser here, basically. Another couple of useful things I've got is for search. So the search settings. So what I've got. So if I know, even if there's no URL here, I want to go into the search bar, which is why that Control L is so useful, because I just want to start searching. So I'm in the search bar now. If I type, the way I've got my browser search option set up is if I press G and a space, it does a Google search automatically. So if I then, look for BBC, that's going to be in the Google. Control L again, delete that. So now I'm back to almost square one. It's got the default set to DuckDuckGo. Let's say my default was something else, but I wanted to do a DuckDuckGo search. Then if I press not Control D and then space, it's now a DuckDuckGo search. So then if I search for Yahoo on DuckDuckGo, then I'm doing a Yahoo search on DuckDuckGo. Where you set that up, if you just go into your browser, this is a Firefox browser. For those who don't recognize it, you go to search there and you just edit these. So if I wanted to add one for Bing, B space and add, I think it leaves, that's fine. It leaves the at Bing there, but this is just a bit nicer. So Control B, Control T, sorry, and then to do the Bing search, B space. So yeah, those are a few little tips to make your life easier on the terminal and the browser. I hope they were useful, and yeah, happy hacking.